Hi guys, today we will see the topic of modified post correspondence problem, that we call it as a modified PCP. So what is this PCP? Already we have seen the PCP problem. Now we are going to the next concept, that is a modified PCP. So what is this modified PCP is, if the first substrings used in a PCP are W1 and X1, uh, for all the instances, then the PCP is called modified PCP. So I'll explain you with an example, it will be more clear. It need not be W1 and X1 only. If it is starting with, for example, W3, then this should also start with X3. So whatever the number it is starting for W1, it should, for the X also, it should start with the same number. If it is starting, the first one, if it is starting with the same number, the rest can be anything, then that we call it as a modified post correspondence problem. I'll show with you an example what is all these things here for all the instances, what is. So here we have the different steps here, how to derive. The derivation process of a string is accepted by a given grammar can be reduced to a modified post correspondence by the following steps. So these are the different steps what we have. So we will start all this thing with the explanation of the example. So these are the productions what we have, and let us see now. Like now, by using this grammar, I'm starting the table now. By using these are the rules what we have. Now we will be having totally 4 columns now. 4 columns we will be getting. What are the 4 columns is, like here we have is top we have, and another one is bottom we have. Now top, that is represented with A, and the bottom is represented with B. So that is the same thing here. This is top and this is the bottom we have, and here we are taking what is W, and another one is V, that is for giving the serial numbers. I said in the definition W and X, right? Now but instead of X I have taken as V here. If you want you can take X also, no problem. Like I said that we have two things which should start with the same, so W and X. So in my example I am taking as W and V. Totally 4 columns you have. The A is representing the top and B is representing the bottom, and the W is representing the sequence numbers, and V is also will also represent the numbers here. So we will see how to proceed here now. So first, what is the first rule? It is given Fs tends to. So this is the first step, you have to write Fs tends to, and in the bottom we have to write it as F. So what is the meaning of this here? S is a start symbol and F is a special symbol. So these are the two things what we have to write in A and B. In the A we have to write it as Fs tends to, and in the B we have to write it as F. So in the A we are writing it as Fs tends to, and in the B we are writing it as F here. So for that W we are giving the number as 1, and for the V we are giving the number as 1. These are just the sequence numbers, that's all. That is the first step we have done. In the first step we have taken Fs tends to in A, and in the B we have taken F. Now what is the second step we have? In the A we have to write the input symbol. So sigma is nothing but the input symbols, like nothing but the terminals. Sigma is nothing but the terminals, right? Input symbols. So in the A we have to write the input symbols, and in the B also we have to write the input symbols. So if you see here, for every symbol we have to write in the top and we have to write in the bottom. Top is A nothing but, and bottom is B. Now if you check in this grammar, what are the terminal symbols we have? Small a is a terminal symbol we have, small b is a terminal symbol you have, small c is a terminal symbol you have. Now for all the 3 terminal symbols you will be filling in the table. So now the first step we have done. Now in the top, small a is a terminal symbol, and in the bottom also terminal symbol, and B, C, and C. This is the second step. Second step, we are filling for every symbol. So for this, I am just giving the sequence numbers as 2, 3, 4, and this is also the 2, 3, 4. So up to here we have done. That is the second step we have done. Now what we have to do, for every non-terminal symbols we have to write now. For every non-terminal symbol, the same non-terminal symbol in A and the same non-terminal symbol in B. Now let us see in the grammar. What are the non-terminals we have? The non-terminals you have is S, the non-terminal B, the non-terminal A. So A, B, C and S. In the alphabetical order, we have to see A, B, C, S are the 4 non-terminals we have. Now for these 4 non-terminals, we have to write in our table now. So first one, A, next B, C, S and S, the 4 non-terminals, and I'm just giving the continuation sequence numbers here. So up to 8 are the sequence numbers what I gave. Now what's the next one you have? The next step you have is, in the top we have to write E, and in the bottom we have to write it as tends to WE. W is a string and E is a special symbol. So now the next step is E tends to WE. We have to write in the top E, and this is WE. W is a string which will be given in the question. So E I am writing in the top, and in the bottom what we have to write, tends to WE. W is given in the question. What is the string given here? AACB is a string which is given. So this is the thing what we have to write. So tends to, this is WE. This is the step number 9. We are giving it as a sequence number 9. So up to here we have done. Now what is the next step? These 2 steps I missed actually. Now I have included just to check it. So in the top we have to write Y, and in the bottom we have to write X. That is for every production. This is for this step. For every production, X tends to Y. For every production, X tends to Y. Now what is the meaning of this is, if you take this first production, the first production if you take, that is S tends to A, B, A, B. Like this is in the form of X tends to Y, right? This is the production. This is in the form of X tends to Y. Now for all the productions, this will be applied. So what do we have for X tends to Y? What they're asking us to write, the right hand side should be on the top and the left hand side should be in the bottom. So what is our right hand side? The right hand side is AB, AB. So this should be in the top. So AB, AB is in the top. And what is the left hand side? You have S. So S we have to write it in the bottom. S we are writing in the bottom here. So this is the step number 10. Now what is the next production you have? The next production you have is S tends to AAC. So again this is in the form of X tends to Y. So Y in the top and S in the bottom. So AAC and S. This is, we are giving the sequence number as 11. Now what's the next production you have? AB tends to C. So this is in the form of X tends to Y. So Y, that is C in the top. C in the top, and AB, that is on the left hand side, you have in the bottom. So next one, what's the next production? You have ACB. This will be in the top and this will be in the bottom. So is the bottom. This is the sequence number 13 we are giving. Now what's the last step you have? The last step is arrows. Arrow in the top and arrow in the bottom. So arrow in the top and arrow in the bottom. So you are giving the number as 14. So totally you have getting the 14 numbers here. I hope this is clear for you how we have filled. Now after filling this table, we have to see whether it is a post correspondence problem, modified post correspondence problem or not. What is the string is given here? The string given is AACB. We have to derive the string here. So normally we know the derivation. So first, by using the derivation, how the string will be derived we will see. So how you will be deriving? Anything will be started with the starting symbol. So S is a start symbol. S is a start symbol. So we have two options here. So I am going with this AB, AB. Now this AB you can replace with C because AB tends to C. So AB is replaced with C. Now again, what do we have? We have BC. So BC is replaced with ACB. BC is replaced with ACB. So how we have reduced? These are the productions. So same thing, I am just writing it here. This is the thing what we have. So we are able to derive this particular string by using these productions now. So now let us see how to find out whether it is a modified PCP or not. So let us start now. Now what is the first thing you have? This is the thing, first one you have. S tends to AB, AB. This is the first part I am considering now. This is the first thing I have considered. Now conversion to the derivation we are taking now. This is the thing first what we are considering. Now in the place of S, here we have taken Fs, right? So Fs, let us consider Fs. Fs, and this as it is, nothing I am doing here, only the special symbol I am including it here. Now the same thing once again I am writing. Now let us give the sequence numbers here. We have two columns. We have two columns. One is W column, another is V. V here we have taken X. If you want this also, you take it as V. Then it will be clear for you. So here we have W and V. So W and V. Now what we are doing is, let us give the sequence numbers here. Now if you observe, first let us give the numbers for, we have two types. One is W we have, another one is V. Both are giving the sequence numbers, that's all. So let us see which sequence numbers we have to give now. So if you observe, first let us give the numbers for W. Then we will see how to give the numbers for V. Okay. Now let us check, do we have Fs tends to S? You check it for A now. Do you have Fs tends to S? We have Fs tends to. So what is the sequence number? It is 1. So give it as W1. This complete thing is W1. Now coming to the right part. This complete thing is W10. You check it now. This complete thing, do we have AB, AB? Yes, we have. I am only checking in the top. For W, we have to check for the top. So here we have. So what is the number here? The number is W10. So the number is W10. Now that is W part. Now let us come to V now. So if you come for V, let us see here. F. Let us see one by one now. Do we have F? Yes, we have F. What is the number? V1. So it is V1. Do we have S? Check it. S. Yes, we have S here. Two things, here also S we have, here also S we have. Anything you can consider. So I am considering this as, it is V10. V10. Now do we have an arrow? Yes, we have an arrow here. That is V14. V14. Yeah. And here small a is V2. Check the table. And B is V6. And capital AB is V12. Capital AB is V12. So in this way we have given the numbers here. So this is first part is completed. Now what's the next one? You have this step we have done. Now from this what you are deriving? You are taking the production ABC. Now let us consider this part now. So we are considering this part. So once again let us start giving the numbering. What numbers we want? I said we want the two numbers W and V. Let us first give the numbers for W. Already up to here the W numbers we have done it. So from the next continuation part, for this part we have to give the numbers. So now I am just checking only for W. For W means where we have to see, I said we have to see for A. Now do we have an arrow for A? Yes, we have an arrow. What is the number? It is W14. So W14. Now check it for this one. Do we have small a? Yes, we have small a. It is W2. W2. Now B, C also similarly you check it. B we have and C we have, that is W6 and W7. W6 and W7. So the W's we have completed. Now come to V. Up to here we have completed V's also. Now from the remaining part we have to check for V and check for this arrow for V. Do we have for V? For V we have to check for B. Yes, we have an arrow. What is the number? V14. V14 is the number. Now similarly you check for this ABC in V. Do we have A? Yes, it is V2. And B, C we have, S we have. It is V13. Now, up to here we have done. Now come to the remaining, the last one. So again, take it here. So up to here, we already done in the previous step. So up to here the same thing. Now let us again give the numbering for W and B. And again this is W14 and this is W2. Check in the table and this complete thing is W13. And if you observe for this we have to include the special symbol. We have to include the special symbol here. We are including the special symbol. So that is W9. Now similar, that is about W, and this is we are checking, and if you observe this complete thing is V9. So in this way we are able to derive the string that is AACB, and this is a special symbol. Now if you observe the sequence to derive this particular AACB, AACB is a string. So to derive this, what is the sequence you are getting for W? The sequence you are getting is W1, W10, W14, W2, W6, W7, W14, W2, W13 and W9. This is the sequence you are getting for W to derive this string. Now similarly, what is the sequence we are getting for V now? V1, V10, V14, V2, V6, V12, V14, V2, V13 and V9. So both are equal. Both are deriving the same string AACB. Now what is our definition for modified correspondence? If the first substring used in a PCP are W1 and V1. It can be anything. It's not required that it should be W1 or V1. It can be W3. If it is W3, it should be V3. If it is W2, it should be V2. So whatever it is starting with the W sequence, the same should start here. Now is it modified PCP? W it is starting with 1 and V is also starting with 1. So both are starting with 1. It means that it is a modified post correspondence problem. Both, whatever the string you are able to derive, that string you are able to derive with the same number V1 and W1. So it is that we call it as a modified post correspondence problem. Thank you.